Hi everyone, I'm Alyssa, one of the assistant store managers here at Gazelle Sports Grand Rapids, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to layer while you're moving in the winter. For those of you getting outside in the winter, I know winter apparel and dressing for the warmth can be intimidating, so I'm here to talk to you about how to break that down from the bare essentials to more specifics, including accessories, to what to wear on top and what to wear on bottom. Alright, first we're going to talk about tops. So when you're dressing for the top, there's always 3 layers that you want to think of. One of which would be a base layer, something that's kind of thin next to skin. The next layer would be a thermal layer, something a little thicker to put over top of that. And lastly, you want to think of some sort of outer shell to keep you out of the cold elements that you will be embracing. Alright, let's talk about base layers. First I'm going to tell you the difference between a synthetic top and a wool top. With the synthetic tops, synthetic being any material that's not cotton, polyester, nylon, something that's going to help pull that moisture away from your skin, keeping you dry as well as warm while you're moving outside. Secondly, you could talk about a wool top. Smart wool is a great option that we carry here at Gazelle Sports. Merino wool is going to naturally pull that moisture away from you while insulating you next to skin. Alright, the next layer we're going to talk about is your thermal layer. Your thermal layer is going to be that extra insulating property that you wear over top of your base layer or by itself, depending on the degree of temperature. Thermal layers typically will have extra insulating properties in them. As you can see along the hood here, they tend to be a little bit warmer and add extra benefits as you're moving outside. The third layer I would like to talk to you about is your outer layer. That is the layer that's going to keep the elements off your body, including wind and water. First, I'm going to talk to you about a lightweight, breathable option, Patagonia Houdini jacket. This jacket is going to have a water-resistant treatment on it, allowing the water to just roll off your body as well as keeping the wind away from you and being able to pack into itself. The second option I would like to talk to you about is the Torrent shell from Patagonia. This has taped seams, keeping it entirely waterproof as well as keeping the wind away from you, keeping you extra warm and dry on your run. Okay, let's talk about bottoms, keeping you nice and dry and warm as you embrace the elements. The first one that I want to talk about is just our generic type. It's going to be a synthetic blend that's going to pull the moisture away from your skin as well as covering your legs in its entirety, helping you brave the elements. The next option that I have is going to have all those same properties of pulling the moisture away from your skin, but then it has an added benefit of having a fleece line in it, naturally making it even a little bit warmer for those days it's a little chillier. The third bottom that I'd like to talk to you about, and kind of our most premier bottom that we carry, is going to have the same features of pulling that moisture away, being synthetic, having that fleece line, but also adding that wind paneling along your thigh. Some tights will vary with the length of that wind paneling. However, that wind paneling is super important as you're trying to brave the elements and keeping you nice and dry and warm. Alright, let's talk about those extra added accessories that we can add to you to keep you nice and warm and dry. First, we're going to talk about socks. My first option I have for you is the synthetic blend sock by Belega. It's nice because it sits up a little bit higher, covers that gap between your leggings and your shoes, keeping those ankles nice and dry and warm. The second option is by Smart Wool. Again, going to have the merino wool features in it. The first option, similar to the Belega, going to sit up, cover that gap between those leggings and the ankles. The second option is a little thicker for those days it's extra cold. You want it to sit up a little bit higher, keep your feet a little warmer. Next, let's talk about the things that you can wear on your head. For most people, they'll choose a hat option, something that covers your entire head, keeps you nice and warm, dry. For those women who like to wear potentially their hair up out of their face, a headband is a great option for you. This is going to cover your ears as well as act as a headband to keep that hair out of your face, keeping your head nice and dry and warm. Next, let's talk about the areas that need to be covered on your neck. There's 2 different options you can go. You can do, for those days it's really, really cold, a fleece-lined wool, exactly right here. Another option you can do is a buff band, a little lighter weight. Each of these options you can pull up above your face and be able to keep your face nice and dry as well as warm in the wind, keeping your skin less exposed to those harsh elements. Lastly, let's talk about some gloves. For those days that it's a little warmer, a lightweight glove like this one right here is a great option. It is nice because it'll keep your hands nice and dry and warm, as well as be able to pack into your coat pockets or in your pockets if you do get extra hot on your run. For those days where it's a little colder, a little windier, and a little heavier weight is great. A glove that has a windproofing cover on it that can pull those fingers together is a great option. It'll just naturally bring those fingers together, keeping your hands nice and warm. Alright, so now that we've covered each of the base layers, thermal layers, and outer layers, each person tends to be a little different. Some people are really hot when they move outside, some people are really cold when they move outside. One rule of thumb that I like to tell customers when they come in the doors is that 20-degree rule. That being said, dress as if it is 20 degrees warmer than the actual temperature outside. That will allow you personally to make sure that you don't get too hot or too cold. With that being said, make sure you experiment. Test different layers, test different options, making sure that you can find the best solution for you. Alrighty everyone, I know that was a lot of information to cover, but if you ever have any questions, please come and visit us at Gazelle Sports. Any of our 5 locations, we'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions and get you prepped to be moving out in the winter. Thanks for watching.